Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. We're located just down the street from all the shiny lights on the strip. You come here on vacation, you live locally, you're looking for a fancy car to take around the local car shows, which happen just about every night around here. Come on in, stop by. We've got lots of cars. Folks, isn't this something? The 1967 Corvette, 427. Now, just to get a couple little things out of the way real quick. I'm your living, breathing condition report here at Celebrity Cars. So I'm the guy that goes over scratches and chips and rust and curb rash and rips in the seats and points these things out so you know what you're getting yourself involved in. This takes a little bit of extra time because of all the fiberglass and so on and so forth. But anyway, yeah, folks, this is a 427 car, born a 390 car. But since then, they put 3 2-barrels on there. It's been finely tuned. It got the horsepower up to 400 horsepower. The original carburetor that belongs on this car comes with the car, with the original drivetrain, with the original transmission, with the original rear end. Folks, this is a numbers matching automobile. I do not know if it's ever been painted. I would presume it has been painted. Are there some teeny tiny cracks in the fiberglass? Yes, there are. The chrome is in fabulous shape. Is it 100%? No. It's about 92 to 95%. As Quincy walks around with the camera, you see the beautiful reflection. And we'll get a little closer in just a minute. The wheels, they're all beautiful. This side exhaust, from what I understand, this could have been added after the fact. It's kind of hard to tell whether a side exhaust came with the car or not, so on and so forth. But read all about it. So with all that being said about the fun things, which is the fact that this is an all original car, you're going to read all about all that information and all those factoids at celebritycars.com. Okay, so you might see this video first. You got to go to celebritycars.com, go to Chevrolet. You're going to be able to pull this up and you're going to be able to read all about it. I would come back, I would call, because there's more and more information on this car coming in almost every other day because of its authenticity and so on and so forth. So give us a call, ask us questions, get the ball rolling. But this is just unbelievable. Folks, it's beautiful red. It was all completely brought back via some fancy buffers and fancy detailers. Apparently it was a little faded, here and there, well, whatever. It's amazing now. Yes, there's a couple little things here and there. So let's get to it and get up and close to this. Let's first talk about the fact that, folks, there's no great big chips in this car. There's no, you graze the side of the garage, garage door coming in, none of that stuff. Just little itty bitty cracks here and there. The black is magnificent. The Stingray is magnificent. All this lines up. It's beautiful. The chrome emblem looks great. The black looks terrific. I like to clean cars here. And then some cars I just get really afraid to touch. And I don't want to touch. I haven't spent a whole lot. I haven't touched this car except to point out things. So this is kind of sort of the way it came. And it's just unbelievable. Now, there is just the teeny tiniest slight wear, little stuff in the paint. I don't know how Quincy can see it. Folks, I guess I'm gonna rate the paint, a good 8.9 out of 10. Come on over here. I'll point some of these things out. Come on over here and look at this little corner. You see these little cracks? They're teeny tiny. I mean, your eyes have to focus on this red for a good 5 minutes like I just did in order to even see them. But they're here. And then, you get little itty bitty chips here and there because, the car's been driven and stuff. That's what we do with these things. So there's a slight indentation right there in the fiberglass. There's a small little itty bitty crack right there. Couple little just chips every once in a while. All across the front. We've got very fancy lighting system in here in Celebrity Cars. We could, it's like a magnifying glass with the skylights and the brand new lights and that fly. There's a slight, a couple scratches going across here. There's just a couple. We're just getting into detail here, folks, so you can see what's going on. But obviously, Quincy, we're going to look how far back I am. There's 2 squares. This is about 2.5 feet, 3 feet, and it looks like a brand new car. So, I mean, again, you got to bear with me here. I'm showing you the detail, but it's important that I show you the defects. That's for sure. So everything is just light. There's no great big gashes. There's no extra chunks. The chrome grill in there. It's in really, really fabulous shape. I could see a couple locations where it needs to be cleaned just a little extra. But all down in here looks terrific. The brackets holding the bumper together. I don't see any rust down there. It's nice and clean. I have not had a chance to put this on a lift yet, but that will be happening very soon. Quincy, if you could just look all the way down here for everybody can see this red piece across the bottom and the lower brackets of these bumpers and stuff. And I just want them to be able to see the paint down here. And then Quincy, if you come on over here, we can see a little bit of fade to this chrome down here. Okay, I would expect, or I would suspect that we could get some polish and maybe shine this up a little bit better. But I'm just, these areas get forgotten in cars like this because they're all the way down there in the ground. People just go, I'm going to clean the top of it, and I don't need to clean down there. Well, you should. Okay, let's work our way down the driver's side of the car. My eyes are, folks. The whole time I babble and I go on and I try to find and focus where things might be kind of crappy and might concern you. So right along the edge here is just a really light shift in the paint, itty bitty cracks. And up here we have a couple little dots in the paint. They kind of feel kind of flush. Folks, I'm being really, really picky here, but I don't know how long ago this paint job was done. I presume it was a very long time ago, or it's never been painted. I don't know. Right here, a couple little dots right there. The rest of all this is beautiful. A couple of these things might be able to be detailed out. From what I understand, it's already been done. So these are just really itty-bitty little things. We'd be worried about, here we go. Right here in this area, we've got a crack right here and a really light one there. Up here, small mark. This is just from driving down the road. It's just normal stuff there. All along here, this looks terrific. These red vents look good. The driver's side door looks great. Every once in a while, I'll see some clear coat scratches. I see a little bit right here, but I know darn well I can't get my fingers in them, or my fingernail in them, because I know they're not that deep. But there's a small mark right here, folks. It's until I get up this close and study this paint, I don't see any of this. So I hope we appreciate this kind of detail. You're really not going to find it anywhere else because nobody else does this. I've searched. It's beautiful red, and they lie to you. There's a couple little marks on it, and that could be very important to you when it arrives on your driveway. So if you're looking for a 427 Corvette with numbers matching and these things bother you, well, good luck finding the next one. I mean, I know they're out there, but it's not that easy to do. All right, all the way down here, this is beautiful. There's barely any patina to the side pipe stuff. There's little itty bitty marks that have just came in over time, but it's an exhaust pipe, so I'm not beating this up. There's barely a mark in it. Okay, around the door handle now. All this chrome is beautiful. Door lock is beautiful. There's a slight little mark here that's barely visible, but it's there. There's a small crack here in the corner of the window. There's a couple, 1, 2, 3. Again, I wouldn't see these suckers until my eyes are embedded up here. This all looks really good from down here. Chrome around the The roll outside window there looks good. Okay, let's keep going. All this is super nice. I don't see any cracks along here. Yeah, we're good. So both wheels and tires here. We don't have any dents or weird dings in the rings or anything like that. They're in beautiful shape. Slight mark in the clear coat right there. Yep, that could vanish. Okay, before I get to the back bumper, my eyes are coming up here, looking at the whole top. There's light clear coat marks around here. Really light clear coat marks along here. Nothing I feel I can put my fingers into. They're just really light. And I'm up here. Let's take a look at the top. I'm just going to do this half. And again, I see, there's I would presume, yes, during a repaint at some point, there was a little bit of stuff in the air. And so you can see some of that from time to time. But you can't see any of it until you're right up against it. And remember the lighting situation in here. These things, this car is parked outside. You're not going to see any of this, as oddly as it seems. Okay, just little stuff. Rear window, while I'm standing up here, has got a lot of patina to it, which means old scratches, old marks, but it's, for the most part, it's very clear. You can definitely see in and out of it. The chrome molding around and the gaskets all along here in the back, it all seems very straight. Barely weathered at all. Slight patina. Car's been around a while, but I mean, it is what you're looking at here. All right, I'm going to come back over the side of the car so I don't get lost. Okay, standing back here. Let me do this real quick. We didn't talk about this at all. I got the door nice and closed. Quincy, if you come over here and just stand right here and just do a walk real slow right up here so that you can see where the door meets up with this and how this all lines up. It's a hair protrusion right here. But other than that, this all is very, very nice. This whole line all the way down the car. It's beautiful. Just wanted you to see that. Okay. All right, next spot we're going to talk about is right here. So south of the antenna, we already did up there. If I see anything else, I'll yell. I have a small split. It's kind of like an acorn hit right here. So it's like a star, if you will. It's very hard to see. If I move my head right up to here and Quincy stays in the shade, if I do that and I put it in the shade, it just completely vanishes. So I'm studying, folks. I'm studying for you here. All right. Down here, that's just some crud. That's gone. I should have had a rag in my hand instead. See how delicate things can be? It's just a smudge, just come off. All back here, folks. I'm gonna let you rate this chrome on your own. How's that? You can see all the way right across. You can see the beautiful reflection. There's just slight patina to it. Underneath it, and the chrome around these are beautiful. The taillights are absolutely stunning. All down here, although it's just a little shaded down here, it's all beautifully straight, beautifully red. I don't see any signs of any kind of rust. I don't see anything crappy going on. Here's your spare tire location down there. I can see that there is a tire in there, yes. Yep, there's a tire in there. Over here on the right-hand side, I think this is just wax. Yeah, there's just wax here to the right. Doesn't matter, it's just wax. All this lines up beautifully. Just a real slow sweep, Quincy, just to show the body panels, the bumpers. So everybody just sees how beautifully, like, original appearing this car is. I don't see any paint runs, just so everybody knows. And then over here, Quincy, if you could just do it one more time. There's, slight, you just need a little bit of polish down here. Professional, clean that up. But all this, how this lines up here. Small, super little gap right there. It's a big who cares. And then you come up here and you look at this chrome too. Yeah, just a little wax spots got to clean up. It looks terrific. Okay. All right, now back up to this area. This Corvette Stingray emblem is in pretty darn good shape. It's your gas cap. Nice and clean in there. Big cap. Okay. All right, over here in this area, there is a couple little extra scratches in the clear coat. I can kind of put my fingers in them. But folks, again, I move over this way and they disappear. It's just a certain angle in the light where you can see these things. And then, you know, obviously outside in the sunlight, you're blinded by the light. You don't see any of these things. There's a small dimple right there. A dimple, just like a dimple. Teeny tiny. Really hard to see. Oh, and wait. And there's another dimple right there. And another dimple. Very slight, very hard to see. The light in here would need to be perfect. Okay, let's address this window here. My eyes are focusing a little bit better. Okay, Quincy, you ready to follow me? Stupid small little crack. Stupid small. Right here. Stupid small. And then you come over here, and there's a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small little cracks right around here. Let me get my finger out of the way so you can see. And then I look back up top here. I have no cracks. This top is beautiful. Once again, solid red paint. Let's look right here. Small crack, small crack, small crack, small crack. All right. Yeah, this really looks great. I've got nothing to say. It's a beautiful red. Okay, looking down here. Just a little patina there. It's really nothing. A couple little of those little things that we saw on the other side. Okay, around the door handle, folks. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these little itty bitty cracks that I see, folks, are on most of these Corvettes. And so I hope if you're a first time buyer and you're going, oh my Lord, what the hell? It's just, it's really in a lot of the cars. I'm doing my job here, making sure that, you know, if you live on the other side of the world and you can't, you've always been looking for one of these things, you really want to know the details. So hope you're following along. Over here, we've got just a couple little locations of marks in the paint, but they're kind of all a bunch of who cares. Once again, down here, I'm going to call that a little, that's the chippiest of the chips that I've seen so far. It's extremely small. Well, that kind of looks more like a chip than anything else that I've seen on this entire car. Okay, got a little wax build up in here. Gonna get that cleaned out later on. All down here, this red vent looks terrific. Everything looks good. I don't think I see any cracks down here. Got some more wax that needs to be cleaned up. There's a couple little cracks down here, folks, on this corner. Very small. And let's take a real quick trip down this side exhaust over here. Not a whole lot of people have ever climbed out of this side because there's barely any marks on it. Just a little patina down here where it gets hot and where it's been operating and, you know, that kind of thing. So, oh, and let's look at the glass here. All the glass in the car, folks, are pretty patinaed out. You can see these like scratches. They're not going anywhere. I'm just reporting them. They're no big deal. When you're driving down the road, you're not worrying about those scratches. So nothing needs to be replaced or anything. Okay, and I'm worth. Quincy, I want to make sure that that's not wax. Is it? Oh, here too. Oh. All right, I don't like using my fingers again. Hold on, folks. Quincy's just going to give you a look at the car. He's going to back away so you can see things a little bit better. Let me grab a rag and make sure we know what we're talking about this. There's a lot of leftover wax on this car, and I just want to see if, you know, just found an area to get in there.
Okay. Well, the answer is no. So, right along here, folks, God, I'm almost thinking that'll come off. But like down here, there's a bunch of wax underneath. Okay. All right. Well, there's something grazed it here and something grazed it here. Very mild. One little more, little one here. Okay. So, yeah, that's could have been the side of the garage. No, it wasn't the side of the garage. But something grazed up along here, because look, continues here, and then this is our about our worst spot on the car, if you will. This crack here and right here. Nothing along here, but then you have this. So this location got a couple little cracks here. Then we're backed around to the front of the car. Got our wheels are in good shape. See, look out, folks. You got cleaning products in my hand. I start going nuts. Okay, so slight mark in the ring here. Very faint, but they're there. Just wanted to point them out. Okay, let's look at the windshield. Folks, the aluminum pieces around the windshield, there's a couple small little dings right around here. This is all really pretty, lines up really nice. Seems super straight all the way across. I see a couple little dings over there, very light. And along here, gasket's good. Windshield wipers are fine. And please, while we're staring at the glass, take a good look at the top of the dashboard, and you can see what incredible shape that is going on in there. We'll look in there in just a moment. Oh, la, 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 la. Let's open up the passenger side door since we're here. Okay. Quincy, if you could just get some door jams for me. Let everybody see them on their own. The plate getting in and out of the car, the kick panel is in super, super shape. Just a little tasteful patina here and there. You can get a good look at the seats down there too while you're there. Folks, passenger seat looks terrific. Welcome to a black interior. 4-speed car. Carpet in the back. It's a couple little fuzzy things laying around from the car cover that was laying in there. I forgot to pick those up, but we'll survive. The carpet's in beautiful shape back here. There's 2 compartments down here that are very, very clean. I'm not going to climb back there right now. We'll hopefully get those on the photos underneath this panel right here. There's 2 little compartments in there. Later on, years of Corvettes, you find the battery over there behind the driver's seat. Look at that center console. Doesn't that shine up beautiful? Look at that. We'll get in there and dissect it when we take this car for a quick ride around the block. But it's a fabulous interior. And this passenger seat is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, come on over. Let's get the interior taken care of, Quincy. Yeah, come on over. Kick panels are pretty much in the same condition. Just a couple little patina marks getting in and out. The door panels, inside the door panels, we didn't really talk about that over there on the passenger side. I'm just going to go look while Quincy's filming and see if there's anything we need to talk about over here, or does it look really terrific? And it does. Yeah, we're in good shape. Chrome is super nice. Door handles, regulators. Super awesome. Okay, so I reached down here. Oh, as far as the interior is concerned, folks, I'll make sure I'm pulling on the right thing. It would be the one time this has worked. Every other time. There we go. It's old, folks. It's going to do things. I'll get it. Thanks. All right. So there you go now. 3 2-barrel carburetors. Sticker on the air cleaner says 400 horsepower. If you missed in the beginning because you just wanted to race to this part, Once again, this is an original power plant. Super cool. Original power plant, original 427. The 3 2 barrels were added. The original carburetor matching to the motor in the car goes with the car. But this was just something fun done along the way. And that car now has 400 horsepower. If you missed it, this car is originally a 390 horsepower 427, not a 400 as listed now. But you can read all the fun details about the swap over and all that kind of cool stuff at celebritycars.com. And once again, give us a call, inquire, because the more and more fun, detailed information comes in all the time. I haven't seen it all yet. So anyway, did you get the other side of the engine compartment there to look at? All right, sweet. All right, now, let's see. The next fun thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start it. And I'm going to see what these headlights do. And since you've been listening to me, hopefully you have a good overall surroundings of my microphone right here underneath my chin, but to be able to hear this thing fire up. So I'm going to get quiet and I'll get out of the car after I start it. But let's make sure these headlights do everything they're supposed to do. This is awesome. Clock does not work. Haven't seen that spin around yet. I have not turned on the radio yet, but we're going to turn on the radio and make sure all these gauges work, or I'll just report back to you because we're going to take it around the block, okay? So stick around. We'll be right back. Folks, we're in the 1967 Corvette. As promised, here we go. Let's see if we get a radio to turn on. It's a little warm in here, so I'm going to kind of sort of speed things up. Doesn't sound like I have a radio going on at the moment. I hear no sign. Oh, okay. Yes, we do. Okay. All right. All right. I'm done screwing with it. We have a radio. It's just a little dusty. Okay. Our water temperature, well, we haven't been in it long enough to know. Oil pressure looks good. Battery's doing its deal. There's not a whole lot of gas left in the car. The RPMs are working just fine. And the speedometer I saw move just a couple minutes ago, so we're in good shape. All right, my clutch is in. I'm going to engage first gear, and we're going to go for a short ride. All right, I'm doing about 35, 40 miles an hour. Let's do these brakes. 3, 2, and 1. Ever so slight pull to the left as I hit the brakes. It's the first time I did it. They hadn't really warmed up yet, so let's be forgiving, but they're all super solid. The suspension didn't do an extra curl or roll. It was just very, very good working brakes. We got some speed bumps to go over next. And get to hear the suspension, see if we feel anything weird, so on and so forth. We got these stupid speed bumps over the end of the parking lot here, but it's good to hear what's going on. Very smooth, no weird clunks, no weird noise. The clutch is a little heavy, but that's okay because we're driving a torque monster here. I shouldn't say it's a little heavy. I probably should say it's perfect. Okay, off we go. Let's get it up to speed here a bit. Look at my steering wheel. This is just beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, clutch is in, down to third. Down to second, hard right. Suspension is terrific. Okay, I do a hard right in cars. I do a little hard left in cars.
Make sure you mention power steering.
This is very exciting. Yeah, there's no power steering in this car, folks. There's no power brakes. There's no power anything. Just so you know. Gonna have to go get gas soon, too. This car likes gas. Wow, look at that. Did they close the road? Goodness. Isn't that nice? Folks, this is a fine-tuned machine. Lots of receipts. Plenty of documentation, and it's about to get a full report. So, some incredible documentation is going to follow this car. I had a little discussion with Quincy as we pulled in, as we left to do this video. I do something different than we normally ever do in celebrity cars, and you're going to watch me park this car because I want everybody to appreciate this and be able to see it and all those cool things. So we're going right back into celebrity cars for the first time while filming. And Quincy, take your time hopping out. You want me to hold your camera as you get out? Okay. Oh, the plate in here, the Corvette dash deal, the aluminum cover has a small ding or two in it. I didn't point that out, but you're probably going to see that in the pictures. So I just wanted you folks to see what we do with these cars every day. We'll plug them into the wall, do the battery shut off, and take good care of this car. Here are celebrity cars. All right, got a little bit of room back there. Folks, 702-818-1031. That's how you get a hold of Andrew up front there. Ryan's over here in this office. And if you have any questions, give us a call, all right? And remember to go to celebritycars.com to read all about all of its history and stuff. There's much to read. We'll see you next time. Thanks.